momentarily to get everyone checked in. As I call your name, if you could just give me your full name and tell me who you're representing here today, whether you're the applicant, the owner, some other member of the applicant or owner team, um, a neighboring property owner, or someone else from the community, or any other party. So we'll start with Daniel, who's on Daniel's iPad. If you could unmute. That information.
Hello, yes, this is Daniel Schoenharl from 1328 Astor Place. And I don't know all the issues of the meeting today, but I thought it would be good to see what was going on.
Sure. Could you spell your last name for me?
Yes, it's SCHOENHARL.
Okay, great. Welcome.
Thanks.
Mary Dietrich.
Yes, good morning. Mary Dietrich with Polar Design. We are a partner of Cincinnati Children's.
Great, welcome. Maura Moran Berry.
Yes, good afternoon. I am the Assistant Vice President of Real Estate for the applicant and the owner of the site.
All right, great, thank you. Welcome. Eric Zell.
Good afternoon, Eric Zell, Construction Project Manager for Cincinnati Children's.
Okay, welcome. Isaac Thorne.
Hi, yes, it's Isaac Thorne, and I'm at 1342 Astor, and I am a neighbor. Just wanted to be in the loop on this.
Okay, great, welcome. And I see we also have Wes Munzel from the City Zoning Division in the Planning Department.
Good morning, or good afternoon. It's 12:05.
Afternoon, thanks, Wes. All right, on the applicant and the applicant owner side, are we expecting anyone else to join us here before we get started?
We are not.
Okay, great. I need to read through our hearing script. This will just cover the procedure for the hearing, and then we'll get started. So this is the June 26, 2024 session of the Zoning Hearing Examiner docket. The case before us today is case number ZH20240065. That's 5642 Hamilton Avenue. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any other parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any other party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. So anyone that's here on behalf of Children's or the applicant or any part of that team will have an opportunity to speak during that time. One of you can speak, all of you can speak. It's really up to you how you want to orient the presentation, but generally looking for some background on the project, what exactly it is that you're proposing, the relief that you're requesting, and then of course why that relief is appropriate or why you think I should grant that relief. We'll then move to the public. So anyone that's here from the public, the neighbors, if you would like to provide any commentary or ask any questions or do anything like that, you'll have an opportunity to do that after the applicant has presented its case. I will allow Wes Munzel from the city planning department to provide any testimony that he would like, in addition to the staff report that he has created. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to rebut that testimony and or argument that was offered in opposition. And then finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Sorry, excuse me. The decision should be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make any comments. In the event of any technical difficulties, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those on the fly. But to the extent there's a defect that prevents us from meaningfully going forward with this hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. Okay, the last thing I need to do is just swear on all of our witnesses. So if you intend on providing any testimony here today, asking any questions, making any comments, doing anything other than just strictly observing, the zoning code requires that I swear you in. If you know that that's you at this time, I'm going to collectively swear all those people in together. If you're not certain yet if you're going to provide any testimony, I can swear you in later. But if you are, if you do know at this time, if you could go ahead and Take yourself off of mute. I'll need everyone to raise their right hand and to answer out loud. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. All right, who will be taking the lead for the applicant on the presentation?
I will.
Okay, floor is yours.
Okay. Our application is to receive a variance for signage we requested at the front of our new building. It is a replacement of the sign that we had previously received and been approved a variance number ZH20240065. That sign was located in front of the building that was demolished as part of our replacement project for the College Hill Hospital replacement.
Got it. Okay. And how does
Okay.
this sign differ from that last sign?
It doesn't. Other than the location, it's being put in front of the new building as opposed to the location it was previously located.
Gotcha. So,
So building
if you
A,
could, yeah.
So there was a building on the premises that we call Building A. That was the hospital. We recently completed the construction of, thank you. We recently completed the construction of the new replacement hospital, Building B. And then once
does
the patients were moved over, that is the, yeah, thank you.
Does this help at all, or would a
That is
Google Street View help better?
That is the old hospital building. We built the new hospital immediately north of that location, moved the patients over. And once the patients were moved, we demolished that building. So now there is only one hospital building located there. So we want to move and reconstruct the sign that was in front of the old building and put it in front of the new building. The sign's very important. It directs, there are multiple entrances to the hospital. We want to direct the flow of patients and families into the correct entrance at the front door.
Got it. Okay. So this is the old building and the old location of of this sign,
Correct.
and the property has been reconfigured and rebuilt, and this is the new building
Yes, with the new
And-
entrance.
with the new entrance, and you would like to relocate that old sign to this location.
Correct.
Okay.
We have new parking lots, reconfigured parking lots, new staff entries. So we think it's very important that we maintain the signage that had been previously approved in this relocated location on the campus. But the properties of the sign remain the same as those that were approved back in 2016, which is it is not visible from Hamilton Avenue or Astor Place for those of you who live there. We have the grades on that site are such that you go uphill when you arrive, so you would not see the sign until you go up the driveway. It's actually a relatively low sign, but to get the right scale of sign visible to people pulling in who are not familiar with the campus or where to go, to get the proper size lettering for them to make the turns in the right locations. The larger signage, not larger than we had before, but larger than is currently permitted, is necessary for visibility.
Okay.
Also, our name is really long, so.
Sure.
All right,
That's the city of Cincinnati. I can relate.
right.
Um,
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Great.
the hardship is making sure that patients and families understand where they're going, and where the right place to enter is. If they try to enter into other doors, they would be locked out. So, and it is a secured facility. So we also, people arriving there who are not employees, are often under duress, when they're there. This is a mental health facility. So we are trying to make the patient and family experience as easy as possible under the circumstances.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. Ms. Diedrich, did you want to weigh in on this?
I just wanted to add one comment. Ms. Moran mentioned that the sign was moved further away from Hamilton Avenue. It's approximately 200 feet further than the previous sign was into the site, so further away from the roadway.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else from anyone on the applicant side? All right. Mr. Schoenhall? Sorry.
So I just wanted to be part of the meeting just because I wish I had been at the original meeting about 10 years ago. It's actually been pretty rough living next to the hospital. I just sometimes don't think they really realize that they're in a neighborhood. This is not Pill Hill. As far as the sign goes, I understand the need, and it seemed I don't think I ever saw the old sign set back in there, so I don't think it's going to be an issue, really.
Okay.
Sounds okay.
Okay. No, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your time and your testimony.
You're welcome.
All right. Mr. Menzel, is there anything you'd like to add to the conversation here?
Good afternoon. I don't think so, although I do, from what I understand, the actual sign that's going to be installed is a new sign, like the physical old sign was not workable or something, if I remember correctly, Mary. So it is a new sign. It's not the same sign being moved. It's a new sign, but it is the same size and same shape and everything else, as the old sign. So
Correct.
other
The
than that,
original intent was to repurpose. The condition made it as such that the owner could not.
Got it. Okay.
I just want to point that out and make sure everyone understood that. But other than that, I don't have any other comments. Thanks.
Okay. All right. We'll go back to the applicants here. Anything else you'd like to say in closing or otherwise before we adjourn?
No, except that I do want to thank our neighbors for being here and being involved. We work very hard to include them in the process. And we hope that the newly configured campus and moving the care building further away from their property lines makes this all a better process. But as for this sign, we don't think it has any impact on any adjacent neighbors.
Okay. All right, great. We'll leave it at that then. I've had a chance to review the application materials and the staff report. Based on that, based on the testimony that I've heard here today, I agree with the applicant. I think it would be impractical to strictly enforce the zoning code to this particular application. And so I am going to approve the application. Sounds like you have been through one or two of these processes before, but as a reminder, I need to formalize that approval in a written decision. I mentioned at the beginning that typically takes about 2 weeks. I'll do everything I can to get that out to you as soon as possible. I think that's a realistic expectation just based on the queue of cases I have right now at this time. And I think we have a holiday next week as well. So I'll do everything I can to get it out to you as soon as possible. As soon as I finish that decision, I put it into a PDF. I'll email it to you. I'll email it to everybody who's in the hearing here today. So you all have a copy of it really just moments after it's complete. As soon as you have that copy, and Wes will be on the email as well, he can approve the zoning permitting on his end, and then hopefully you all can move forward at that point. If you have any questions about any of that or the process, happy to answer those now or via email at any time between now and when you receive the decision.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time and enjoy your Independence Day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You do the same. Everyone have a wonderful day. Good luck with the project and